King Cuffee is an integral part of Bajan history. Story is quite a big mystery. Little do people know he had a plan to end slavery and start a free black colony. But his plan was revealed and he was cut down like our trees of mahogany to ensure that nothing stopped the masters from building up their very profitable slave colony. Unknown part of our history causes a dichotomy of the Bajan story, where in the 1600s we had a small chance of having a very different history, but to many this story is very much still a mystery. So sit down while we travel down the road of a brief retelling of our history. As you may know, Barbados is the birthplace of what was the modern-day slave code, and due to this, over 50 million Africans unfortunately had to bear the load of being seen as property, causing them to be stolen from their homes, all to be traded and sold. However, not everyone accepted their fate of being traded and sold. Some prefer to dance with death and live a life of being controlled, but there was one man who decided to make a plan, and honestly, this plan was quite bold. The plan was to light the cane fields on fire, and this would be the sign for the slaves to rise higher and kill the masters while the fire transpired. But a female slave decided to tell her master of what Coffee had conspired, and due to the nature of the plan, there was no chance for a ceasefire, and Cuffee and his men was at the mercy of the master's fury. And back in the day, slaves ain't had no right to a jury, so they were all killed. But why don't we know this story? I mean, we all know the story of Bussa, but why not Cuffee? We were taught all about Bussa's glory, but absolutely nothing of Cuffee's story. I posit that is because Bussa had the potential to rewrite the Barbadian story, while Cuffee had the potential to rewrite all of Western history.